One of the most common ways people find the bass notes is they put it in Edison, they hit detect pitch regions, they hit the wrench tool, and then they hit convert to score, and then the notes are right there. But as you can see, not all the notes are there. There's a couple that are missing. One of the things that I like to do is I like to highlight it, go to my master channel, and pull up this plugin called Melodyne. Then I'll hit transfer and then just press play. And then it tells me the notes. It also tells me what chords were used too. So I'll save that MIDI, then I'll mute Melodyne, I'll drag it in, and then boom. Those are my notes right there. They're usually all the way at the bottom, so you just bring them up a couple octaves. Now I'm just using one of my 808s, and I'm just gonna show you guys how easy it is to come up with the pattern now that you have the bass notes. Use this for good only. Do not try to steal other people's shit because they will take everything from you. It's happened before, trust me. It's just a good guideline so that way you're not out of key. And also it can help you make some counter melodies because you have the notes too. Melodyne is not free. I had to pay for it, so you know. You could also do this in Edison, but if you want to get Melodyne, you know, go cash out.
I think an important thing was for, like, at least for me to like start with a list of stuff we want to do, like fills in this tempo, fills in that tempo, loops in this tempo, then record every like one shots and so on. So I have like a little game plan of what to do, and then once you're through that, you can go and just mess around.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest tip for going into anything, whether it's a pack or making any kind of production, would be just to prepare well, because it's as old-fashioned as it is. Fail to prepare to fail, because if you're going to get to the room and it's paid time in a studio and you've got, like, let's say we had, what, 2-3 days in the live room, and if there was no preparation on my side for the drums, or Val wasn't, you know, like as methodic and systematic as he was with his producing abilities, then we would have struggled, and it would have been more studio time, and who knows, we probably would have got sick of the idea. Because it's a lot of work. It's athletic on my side. It's physically and mentally exhausting for Val. He'll be there producing in a seat, staring at Ableton for 12 hours in a day for 3 days on the trot. It's like 36 hours right there. It's like, that takes a toll on people. So unless what you're creating is incredible and worth it, you will get mentally exhausted. It's like an athlete who hits a wall in a marathon and they just go, ah, they break down because they cannot give anymore. But we got through all of those little like hiccups and stuff and ended up getting, like I said, some serious magic. And
the most important thing is just have fun. I think that that speaks through recordings more than anything else. So.
Oh, cool FL hack if you didn't know. In the browser, hold shift, then select all the stems, and then drag them to the playlist. That's one way to drag them within FL without having to open up an extra window. If you didn't know that, now you know, man. That's why I'm here.
A mix isn't done until you can't take anything else out of it. So what does that mean? That means that every single thing in your mix has a purpose. There's a reason why it's there. You like it. It sounds the way it should sound and the way that you want it to sound. Otherwise, just completely get rid of it. I had a double originally when we recorded it. Actually, this was a triple. These are kind of like ad-libs, even though this track does say double. And it sounded like this.
Can't wait for the first night. Can't wait for the first day. Can't wait for the first touch.
So even though it's really good on timing, because the vocalist, Rouge, who I'm working with, is, you know, incredible in terms of timing. I mean, crazy. Even though that was perfectly on time and the delivery sounds really good, this double still kind of muddied up the mix. So I just completely ended up getting rid of it. And here's how it sounds.
Can't wait for the first night. Can't wait for the first day.
Cuts through a lot better, and it's a lot less muddled simply from removing something instead of trying to get it together. So what I'm trying to say with this tip is if something's not working for you, let it go. Like Marie Kondo, right? If it doesn't spark joy in your mix, then just simply take it out. So the moral of the story is, if something isn't working, feel free to just cut it instead of trying to smash it together in your arrangement and have it not work.
If you watch my videos, you know I have a stance on if something works, you should save it. That means if the beat sounds good, save the drums, save the MIDI, save the presets, all that type of stuff. For some folks that might be time consuming, but here's an easy way to do it. In FL on your left side, go to File and then hit Export and hit Project, boom. Just make a folder and boom. Once you save it, it's gonna automatically open up the location, and then you're gonna have these folders. So you're gonna have the MIDI scores, you're gonna have the mixer presets, and you're just gonna delete the ones that you didn't use. You're gonna have the effects chains, like here. I use Valhalla delay, and if I tweak the presets and I have my own preset that sounds really good, it automatically saves that preset for me, just the way it was. In channels, you got audio, so I got all my sounds here, so I can just drag the kick. If I want it on the playlist, look, it's right there. You got the automation folder. So if I mess something up in the automation and I don't know how I had it before, I can just drag it over and it'll bring it back to the way I had it originally. And then you got unsorted. That's just additional sounds. You also have another automation folder up here. I'm telling you, that's like super helpful. And if you just want your sounds, go back up to File, hit Export, and hit Project Data Files. Go back to that same folder. You can make another one. And look, it has all the sounds that I use. So if I really like those drum sounds, instead of just dragging them over one by one into my go-to folder, I could just do that and I could have all of them right there and I could just sort them out quick and easy. Trust me, you will save a ton of time doing that. Now you got it, now you know it, take it and run with it. What are some amazing free VSTs you can give? So every Friday on my IG, I do this thing called Freebie Friday where I'm always giving everybody free VSTs every Friday. So a couple I can recommend to you right now is Labs, Super 7, Synth Master, which is super saucy, Super Massive, and this VST called Tyrell N6. Party Next Door used it. I'm pretty sure you recognize the sound.